it's St. Patrick's Day. It's a time to celebrate with friends and family. I mean, you have parades on St. Patrick's Day. You have drinking on St. Patrick's Day. Drinking on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, stout. It's not just for drinking anymore, but that is what it's mostly used for. But it's also great for cooking. Today on FU, it's freaking St. Patrick's Day, and we're cooking with Irish Stout. Yeah, beer.
Hey, FU!
Today on FU, we are going to be making Irish stew for St. Patrick's Day. Now, traditional Irish stew typically has lamb, mushrooms, root vegetables, of course, beer. But lambs are kind of expensive, so we're going to be using America's lamb, a cow. Yeah, and because we're poor, we're going to be using the cheapest part of the cow, or a cheap part of the cow, round steak, because that's all I can afford. So for this Irish stew, we are going to be using
Irish Stout.
It's a lovely day for
Irish Stout.
Oh my
Irish Stout. Irish
World
Stout.
Book of Records. Can you get it yet that I can't say?
Irish Stout.
Why don't we move on? Let's make this stew. Brilliant! Salt the beef. A little bit of pepper. Give it a toss. And a little bit of flour. So I realized adding flour to beef might seem kind of weird, but it's actually really great because the flour helps develop a nice crust around the beef, and it also helps thicken the soup later on when I add liquids. In a pot, heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil on medium-low heat. Add a few pieces of beef, making sure the pieces do not touch. Brown the beef on 2 sides, then set aside. Deglaze the pan by adding 1 chopped onion and 2 tablespoons of
Irish
along
Stout.
with 2 cloves of minced garlic, scraping the brown bits on the bottom of the pan. For the veggies, cube 2 medium-sized potatoes, 2 medium-sized beets, and 3 carrots. Sprinkle with salt, pepper, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil, then toss. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Spread your veggies on a baking sheet and roast for 12 minutes or until slightly colored. Add your beef to your onions and the rest of 1 bottle of
Irish Stout.
Then add your veggies and 2 cups of beef broth or enough liquid to cover the veggies and meat. Then add 1 bay leaf and a 1/4 tablespoon each of thyme and oregano. Cover your pot and simmer for 2 hours or until the beef is nice and tender. So while we wait, I'm going to show you how to make a traditional Irish dessert. It's called a car bomb. Yum. Anyway, back to the stew. Okay, so it has been about 1 hour and 45 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and check on this. Okay, the beets have given it this great color. It's nice and red. It looks so, so good. It's hard to believe that it costs less than $1 per serving to make this. Not bad. Totally velvety and beefy. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect drunk food. And let's face it, between the time we put this on and the time we actually ate it, we had quite a few car bombs. I'm the cook. I'm gonna probably eat all this soup. And happy St. Patrick's Day. This has been FU. See you later.
FU!
Just the tip! All right, on this week's Just the Tip, we talked about browning beef in the Dutch oven. And this goes for whether using a Dutch oven, a pan, a regular pot. You are always going to want to brown the beef, making sure the pieces don't touch. Because if you overcrowd the pan, you aren't going to get that lovely crust. And come on, that crust is pure flavor. Who wouldn't want that? So, don't screw it up. Don't overcrowd the pan. Take your time. Take your time. And that's this week's Just the Tip.